Ladies and gentlemen, a man who needs no introduction and is evidently not gonna get one. I'm Kenny White, man. Nice being here. Say one.
Yeah, just a minute.
I'm waiting. I don't like no rush.
Good. That's the way. But you're from New York, huh?
I am. Yeah. I'm from New York, Canada. What can I say except I'm sorry? I'd like to say it won't happen again, but I don't think I have any control over it, obviously. I hate it more than anybody here does, so it's really troubling, but we're going to forget that tonight. I'm going to do a song about Greenland. I'm so sorry. You have the second happiest country in the world. I have the 964th happiest country. Caroline bells chime in the mist. You want to give in, but you need to resist. Still you open the latch in case love shows up. One strike of the match, the whole thing goes up. You weep like a willow, you move like a cat. You're gonna put someone's heart out, playing like that. Yesterday's kiss makes me shiver tonight. Something so crazy but perfectly right. And the jukebox is telling me I'm just one in a lineup. Hey, where do I sign up? This bar is full of sad sacks, dogs on the loose, beer guts and bad backs from years of abuse. Hey now, don't take your freedom for granted. This song and these hats and the attitudes, man, I can't stand it. Surrounded by water, I'm holding the lifeline, but it keeps getting shorter. Look in this picture, the camera has caught her. 1 foot in paradise, one only sorta. I'm self-medicating, skating up hills. This wine is misleading. I brought the wrong pills. And the piano, give me a thing that I need today. It's got a mind of its own. Either I bleed or it's gonna play all the same crap that we've heard before, and we really don't need to hear it anymore. You haven't cut me as bad enough yet. I got 1 or 2 veins that haven't been let. It's a prize fight. I barely can stand this. I'm still on my feet in the 10th, on my way to the canvas. Hey, I knock at your door and wait till you pull me in. Your hands tactily reading my skin. I could count to infinity before I'd retire. This unholy trinity, you meet in hell's fire. I'm staring at 4 kings and still wanna fold. I got so much to look at and nothing to hold. Well, I'm not gonna fight you if that's what you came for. You know how I feel, so if it's not the same for you, go now, 'cause the love never wavers. If you don't see that don't do me any favors. I wish I liked whiskey more than I do. It sure would help soften the volume of you. And I might have seen the clues from day one when you gave me your heart and 4,000 reasons to run. Thank you very much. Please welcome back Jonathan Spicer and Julia Nuki. A couple of songs here. We're one big traveling happy family. I do live in Brooklyn, New York, and you know, it was nice until a few months ago. But we're doing all right, I guess. I like being here. It's a whole different feel. I have more spring in my step. And we always seem to bring the good weather. We play this same week or two in May, and Kim's always saying, it's going to be a little cold this year. And the sun's always out, and it's always beautiful. And I have a feeling it's like this 12 months a year. I'll come back in December and find out. Wide open spaces, I'm falling. You think I'm crazy, I'm not. Voices speak loud in my head. Sometimes I can't even get them to stop. But I'd rather speak your name. Remember when you came and how you took my breath away. So let me hear the echo of your footsteps, and let me feel your fingers through my hair. I'm trying hard to fill these open spaces, and end up counting hours you're not there. Lately I'm dreaming of water burning my feet in the sand. Sometimes this world is peculiar. You took my breath away. So let me hear the echo of your footsteps, and let me feel your fingers through my hair. I'm trying hard to fill these open spaces and end up counting hours you're not there. Na, 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 my best side. How long is it going to take me to stop trying to pull these tops off these bottles? I spent a lot of time in Seattle, and I was visiting the day after July 4th, Independence Day. I was visiting an island called Whidbey Island, right off the coast of Seattle, which was supposed to be the main port for Seattle, for the ships to come in and unload, and the docking port. And it turned out, when they tried it, the tide never came in all the way to the shore, not enough for the ships to make it. So they ended up having to scrap that plan and move it back to Seattle. And they ended up calling this little water area Useless Bay. And I wrote a song about it. The summer's barely shown its bite, still the Whidbey flats are cracking clay. We'll be halfway through the night before the tide rolls back to Useless Bay. Like a well-tuned acrobatic stunt, the osprey flaunt their diving dance. When the clouds conspire on the western front, the twilight moon doesn't stand a chance. You gotta want it. You gotta want it. Before you think it, before you take it, before you break it, you gotta want it. Tubes glow from an old RCA, no doubt rescued from a dusty attic. It whistles and it hums more than it plays, but for me there's comfort in this static. It's chewing up Blue Moon, the Marcells, the beach waits on a delinquent sea, the hollow Roman candle shells, last night's drunken nod to liberty. You gotta want it. Spend it, before you breathe it, before you leave it, you gotta want it. turned my head up cause I read that the nearest light left its star 8 years ago. Here on Useless Bay, named the cause, no ship could ever reach the shore. We poke the embers, we spark the moors, we toast the good life from our 2x4s. You gotta want it. Yeah, you gotta want it. Before you chase it, before you taste it, before you face it, before you waste it, before you meet it, before you greet it, before you bleed it, before you need it, before you show it, before you blow it, before you blow it, before you know it, you gotta want it. The summer's barely shown its bite. We'll be halfway through the night. We'll be halfway through the night before the tide rolls back to Useless Bay. Jam band fans here. Deadheads. How many people follow the Grateful Dead? You. I could tell by your shirt.
I've seen them once.
From season 1.
I've seen them once.
Oh, you saw them once. When was it?
72.
I saw them first in
In the canteen.
60, beginning of 69. I was on a 2nd grade field trip. No, I saw them in 69 and then 70, and before they were filling places in New York. I stopped following them in 73, but they left an impression. a song toward the end of a relationship, and I couldn't say the words, so I wrote them. I got no more stories to tell you here tonight. I relived all my glory. I should have left this bar while it was light. Ah, but Annie, babe, those smokes are gonna wreck that creamy skin of yours. I'll give you 5 to 1. You don't even taste them anymore. But Anabel, I hope you split this town before it kicks the daylights out of you. Baby, like some jewel I found, I've never known a heart near as true. But I would sooner swallow fire than be the reason for your tears to fall. Hey, it's coming to the wire. You better go before you lose it all.
Look at all these poses. We think the world owes us when we're kids. My hair was long, my hands were strong. I could show you pictures. Oh, I already did. Then we'll listen to the saxophone, sweet as the day they laid it down. You know it kills me when you get that look, like you've just discovered sound. But Anabel, I hope you skip this town before it kicks the daylights out of you. Maybe you like some jewel I found. I've never known a heart near as true. But I would sooner swallow fire than be the reason for your tears to fall. Hey, it's coming to the wire. You better go before you lose it all.
Yeah, I said it's coming to the wire. You better go before you lose it. La 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 la, la 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 la. You better go before you lose it all. La 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 la, la 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 la. We're so professional. I don't know how to play this, but
You just breathe.
Breathe.
just breathe, right?
Yeah. Go, go.
It worked for Dylan.
Yes.
Did you work today?
No.
You work every day. I remember those days. I never had to work. No, actually I did. You know, I think we get paid for the 23 hours that we're not on the stage. And this is fun, but you know, the rest of it's a drag. But unless you like shitty food and long drives. All right. Brush against fate at least once a day. At night you tempt the ghosts of all the close calls. I can say love scared you the most. Your mother taught you to be tough. Your father showed you tender. But on their own, neither one's enough. Sometimes you fight, sometimes surrender. You're gonna be the one to save the day. Yeah, I believe that's what you're here to do. But when the lamps go on and the day's work is done, who's gonna be the one to save you? Story and you know it well. You walk with kings and bums. It's in between the lines you tell. That's where the real story comes. And with a diamond cutter's eye, nothing left to chance. You don't let a soul get by without at least a passing glance. You're gonna be the one to save the day. Yeah, I believe that's what you're here to do. And though you might lose a step, you'll never be outrun. But who's gonna be the one to save you? Hear the sound the hardwood makes, moans and it creaks and it bites. I know those floors have felt the weight of 1,000 sleepless nights. Yeah, you do your best to change. They do their best to keep you silent. You can carve into your deepest vein and still be stranded on Monkey Island. live by fair and just, they're bound to be laid low. Among the few you still can trust, John Coltrane, Hank Snow. So let's just raise a glass for them who time has frozen the page. Today's gone by when men were men and all the world was not a stage. You're gonna be the one to save the day. Yeah, I believe that's what you're here to do. But when the last drops of bourbon mix with the rising sun, who's gonna be the one to save you? Who's gonna be the one to save you? Thank you so much. I'll take a little more of this on the monitor. For all we have seen, all we have cost, all we have played, and all we have lost. Some of us love more than love would allow, but it's back to the drawing board now. For all of our hellfire, believing in right, for all of our money and all of our might, and all the times that we stand up to bow, it's back to the drawing board now. But didn't it seem like yesterday we were tough, bring 'em on, we could take any of them? You gotta admit, this is a hell of a way to start a millennium. There's comfort in faith, there's a rhythm in prayer. And how many times have we looked for it there? If we didn't know why, well, at least we knew how. But it's back to the drawing board. Well, didn't it seem like we couldn't be shaken? We had our alibi sewn up tight. But yesterday, another angel was taken, and the moon's had a hard time performing tonight. For all I've known, from all I've seen, from Fort Lee to Fresno and all in between, for all I have tasted, all my ideals, the times I have faked it, the times I was real, and for all that we've mended and torn and then sewn, for all of the fingers worked to the bone, famine and flames and floods to the roof. Man, I wish that hearts were made disaster proof. Well, somehow we got past Stalin, Hitler, and Mao, but it's back to the drawing board now. Yeah, we just rolled up our sleeves and we knitted our brow, but it's back to the drawing board now. This next song I wrote a while ago, and I wrote the music and it harkened back to the Great American Songbook, I thought, at least I thought, of the 40s and 50s, you know, the jazz crooners. And I thought it needed a lyric to honor that, and I was not practiced in writing that type of lyric, so I tried and I tried again, and I said, I'll put this away, I think this is never going to be a song, but I took it out 11 years later when I was making my record called Comfort in the Static, and I wrote this song. This is called What Good Would That Do Me Now? I thought of all the words I might have said. You know, the ones that come into your head later on. But you become a stranger, and our love took its final bow. So what good would that do me now? So few prayers have risen from my lips. I feel we should be steering our own ships in these times. But if tonight gets any darker, I might send one up anyhow. But what good would that do me now? It's been so long, I hardly recognize the cold. The summer vine's gone brittle, the maples turning gold. I know how to survive this, that's not the mystery. What I want to know is there someone for me? Maybe I misjudged you. It's easy to have done. Even shards of glass can pass for diamonds in the sun. Could it be we never had that kind of love? When you think forever would still not be enough. No, right now I guess the only thing that's known is that it's time to learn to sleep alone again. But I'll hold you till the morning, or at least as long as dreams allow. But what good will that do me now? What good will that do me now? I'd like to invite the gang back up here, and including,
The gang.
Ms. Pilo home. Please make her feel welcome, as well as Jonathan. Julia. This is one of the few up-tempo songs I've written about someone dying. It's not easy to do. Sad songs are much easier to write when they're ballads. How many happy songs are your favorite songs ever? Hammer, hammer, fet. Friend of mine, I was since childhood we were friends, and he turned me on to the Beatles. I was more into the Rascals, and I came late to the party, but I wrote this song after he passed, and homage to him. It's called Please. Tables on us once again, the master of disguise. Somehow you were able to just slip away right before our eyes. Maybe it's true, what doesn't kill you makes you strong. Well then please, don't let it take too long. Must be a million dreams of young men scattered and forgotten over time. Beautifully painted by the heart, then deconstructed by the mind. You chose a world that had no use for right or wrong. Only please, don't let it take so long. Tonight the sky is one star brighter. Down here he left a hole that over time will just get wider. Now up on the Palisades, the windows down, the quiet night above. Sat in your 66 Dodge Dart and passed the pipe to all you need is love. And really believe the world could live up to that song, singing please. Don't let it take so long. Don't let me wait so long. Please. Don't let it take so long. Oh yeah. so long. Bartof Station Choir. Okay, another song about a breakup. The person didn't die though. I wrote this at the end of a longer relationship. This is called In Our Hands. Not a smoke in the pack, and the sky's turning black, and I'm trying to wash down this aching. So I drag off to bed with a prayer in my head for one night to pass without shaking. Where is the road you said we'd come to? And where is the child my mother would hum to? And when will the future stop showing the past? I think I'll just turn out the light.
Took a vow to be true, and now look at you, chasing small girls with big shoes and punctured skin, staring blank with fatigue, 'cause you're out of your league. Are you sure it's your heart that you'll fall away? How far is heaven? How long to get there? And when did this pain cut so deep? We should brush back my hair so I know that you're there, and hold me till I fall asleep. How many years can we blow out the candles and still not understand
That love, like an old piece of cloth from the attic, just came apart in our hands. Thank you very much. We got a couple more songs to do for you. How many people do have CD players? Just curious. 4. I've been telling people I think streaming was a wonderful service. I think it's an amazing invention. I think it's put music back into the ears of people who would not have had so much music back into their ears. They just need to work out a couple of kinks. For instance, if you like any of these songs, you go home and play them on Spotify, and then you play them 340 more times, which I'm sure you might do. I make $1. So that's the thing they have to work out. So what I suggest, you buy the CD, you read the lyrics, you look at the pictures while you're streaming, everybody's happy. I need the band. Unless you want me to do something else. You tired? Strike? Jonathan said some nice flattering things about me. I'm equally honored, if not more so, to be touring with Jonathan Spottiswood. I think he's the cream of the crop, and always has been in my book. I'm glad he's been here for this 4 shows, and we have a couple more in England. But Jonathan and I'll be at the Green Note in London on Thursday. In case you know anybody in London that wants to come see us, please call them. They won't be sorry.
No.
I really wanted her to stay. I'm never gonna get my way, so I'm moving out to West LA. Me, yeah me. Everyone tan and fit. Don't need no sarcastic wit. Leave all that back in New York City. Underneath an auburn haze, sitting on the 405 for days. And while you wait, you pretend to conversate with a girl in the next lane. I will know you horizontally. It'll stay between just you and me, and we'll ride this town convertibly. Oh, you'll see, yeah, you'll see. And there won't feel any guilt here, 'cause that's not how we are built here. You know the roses never wilt here. Honestly, West LA, a cure for the weak at heart. And when you find a land that's speaking part, she'll suffer the effects of this painful separation. At least that'll be your interpretation. So there's no need to tear up. This traffic's starting to clear up. Well, it's time for you to cheer up. West LA, West LA, West LA, yeah, yeah. truly meet you. You might remember there was my translator a few years ago. Jim Horn playing the bass. Young Sherman playing a beautiful guitar. Jonathan Sparswood sitting there. Timo Horn. Thank you so much. I have a request for this one. Talk this in it. We're gonna play and leave you with this one. I request. I wrote this song anticipating the loss of someone near and dear to me, and thank you so much. Thanks for, on behalf of Jonathan and me, you've been lovely, and Denmark's been lovely again. Not looking forward to going home to Canada. This is called The Other Shore. There's a time, early evening, the city shows its mercy. Lines are cast through the river glass as the sun sinks into Jersey. And on my left, the lady glints, the copper torch of liberty. On my right, the faded prince, where he stood so near to me. You can hear the peals of thunder, and I've spent hours sitting there, confusing love with hunger. Today my longing knows no limits. I'm held by what I cannot hold. Stay with me for just these few more minutes and keep me from the cold. Soon the car will come and take you, and I will have to let go for just one more chance to make you laugh. I'd give the world, you know. I have not always shown my best. I've wounded those I most adore. But all is well, safely rest. I will meet you on the other shore. Thank you. Cyberspace. Is that the person?
Yes.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yes.
Somebody requested this, and I wasn't going to do it because I didn't think people could relate. But relate to our sadness and sorrow. Let's see. There's Walmart in this. There's a Second Amendment mentioned. There's Horse with No Name. Was that a hit over here?
Yeah.
Oh, good. All right. Well, maybe. I wrote this song after spending too much time on the internet. Hope you like it. I learned about a wedding crashed by rebels in New Delhi. I learned about a guy who stashed 3 kilos in his belly. I learned Amelia Earhart may in fact still be alive. I met killer bees in Sicily, learning how to drive. I learned my friends are two-dimensional, every secret written. You don't need to tap their phones, there's nothing left that's hidden. I learned that cats are cute, unless you happen to be a mouse. I learned it only takes a suit to be elected to the House. I spent the day in cyberspace. Contagious insanity, as goes the human touch, so goes humanity. I learned the world's a lovely mystery, I'm glad to tag along. As soon as someone's sure they're right, that's when I'm sure they're wrong. I learned that it's a better thing to build a bridge than burn it. I learned that people talk to turn the other cheek, won't turn it. And that evidence in science, now with that we thumb our noses. The mention of a dying earth, the conversation closes. But pitchforks and streets of gold, that we're gonna swallow. Well, I learned not to judge, but pardon me if I don't follow. You can spend half your life tossing hopes into the air. 2 hands engaged in labor do more than 1,000 clasped in prayer. I spent the day in cyberspace. Contagious insanity, as goes the human touch, so goes humanity. But I learned that looking good may have a lot to do with lighting. I learned about a war too we had no business fighting. I learned the highest judges in the land can still be bought. I learned if you play footsie with the next stall you'll be caught. And that you can repent once, but the second time you're toast. I learned the ones most guilty are the ones that yell the most. I learned that people cite the Constitution till they're blue, when the only amendment that they know is number 2. Some try to save the unborn through their righteous megaphone, but God help you after the first breath you take on your own. I spent the day in cyberspace. Contagious insanity, here's to the human race and all of its vanity. Swallow metal things more often than I'd guess. I learned that less is more, and then I'm sure of more or less. I learned even when you think you are, you're not alone. I learned that Walmart shoppers are a breed into their own. I learned that music I detest has other people spitting. The only time I have agreed, worst lyric ever written. With no name, plants and birds and rocks and things and sing this song to you despite my own advice. Believe me, soon it will be over, and I'll sing something nice. I learned I got a stack of bills and nothing left to pay 'em. No more things to say, now 100 ways to say 'em. And I learned all this in an hour here at Laptop College. So much information and so little knowledge. I learned we need to make time for our husbands and our wives, and that we're drifting far from what's important in our lives. Not you and me, I'll make your motor run, don't you ever doubt it. But baby, hurry up and come so I can tweet about it. I spent the day in cyberspace, contagious insanity, as goes the human touch. I spent the day in cyberspace, contagious insanity, as goes the human touch. So goes humanity.